Hi, I'm Michelle Becker. I'm a marriage and family therapist and compassion teacher. As human beings, we thrive in healthy, well-connected relationships. But that's easier said than done. Most of us need help cultivating the skills that are fundamental to those relationships, like compassion and wisdom. That's why I developed my successful Compassion for Couples program and wrote my new book, Compassion for Couples: Building the Skills of Loving Connection. In my book, I share mindfulness and self-compassion techniques that will lead to greater intimacy, connection, and satisfaction in your relationships. One thing that's important when communicating is to manage our reactivity so that we can respond rather than react to what our partners are saying. I often start with the STOP practice, S-T-O-P, where we find our way out of reactivity by S, stopping, T, taking a breath or a few breaths to allow your physiology to settle, and then moving into O, observing what's actually happening for you in this moment at the micro level in your body, and then the moving into the macro level, allowing yourself to take in the bigger picture of things, to understand the context. It's also really important to observe what you need right now. Maybe you've already begun to feel regulated again, or if not, what might help? Saying some kind and reassuring words to yourself, like you might say to somebody else in your situation, or maybe having a cup of tea, going for a walk, calling a friend. Take a moment to see what it is you need, and then, when you're ready, the P stands for proceed. Please give yourself what you need so that you can allow your physiology to settle. And when your physiology has recovered, you're ready to interact with your partner. Of course, as soon as you start to interact with your partner again, you can find yourself feeling reactive. One thing many couples have found helpful is the mindfulness practice I developed called LOVE, L-O-V-E, and it can help you communicate with your partner with increased kindness, understanding, and compassion. L, listen. This means letting go of ourselves, our vision of how things are or should be, our being right or wrong, good or bad. Let these things rest in the background and listen to what the other person is saying. What is their perspective, their truth? What is it they want us to know? When we truly open to taking in what the other is saying, we allow ourselves to be touched and moved, to learn things we didn't know. Listening is both an act of generosity and an act of love. O, observe. Taking in the other's experience requires more than just hearing the words they're saying. What is the tone of the words? What does the body look like? Are there tears? A hot red face? A look of fear? As we listen to this person, we might notice the state that they're in. Do they seem scared, angry, lonely, sad? We can remember that just like us and all beings, this person also wishes to be happy and free from suffering. We allow our hearts to be touched by the state of the other person, and we see more clearly what the other person needs. Then we move into V, values. It's helpful to pause here to remember our own core values. Whenever we take in the vulnerability of another person, we have a choice in how we will respond to them. And grounding that choice in our core values allows a wise and compassionate response. It can help to remember that this is someone we love and are loved by. We might remind ourselves of how important it is to us that they feel safe and loved, free from harm. We can remember how we wish all beings to be happy and free from suffering. Then we're ready for E, express. This is the action part of compassion. When we've deepened our understanding of ourselves and the other person and allowed wisdom and compassion to arise, it often becomes much easier to know how to respond now. What do you need to say or not say? Is there a gesture that would be helpful? A smile, a hug, a pat on the hand or back? Trust your own response and follow through now by expressing whatever is needed right now. I hope this practice is helpful. As I say in my book, compassion is the key to deepening and solidifying your relationship so that it stands the test of time.